Mastering yourself is mastering your life and your destiny. Such a phenomenal subject that we can spend many, many hours to talk about. You see, beloved, when you master your thoughts, your energy, your words, your action, it has a consequence on your energy, and overall it impacts your emotion as well. So it requires from alertness to mindfulness to deep awareness, number one, because if you're not mindful on how you are mastering yourself on a moment-to-moment basis, you could end up having a life that you don't want. It's not a life that you are intending. So in the yogic tradition, what we have talked about in previous video and in Becoming the Light Mastery program is that there are samskara, right? Your samskara are impression. Impression is a karmic structure. And as you record more impression, which are the thoughts, the words, they become vasana, they become tendency. Tendency become the course of your destiny. So there's two different approaches to this. You can train your mind, which is very difficult for most people, and actually train the mind but make a distance from the mind. We'll talk briefly about making a distance with the mind, and that is accomplished through sadhana, spiritual practices, especially pranayama, powerful practices like the Siddha, Sat Chit Ananda, Kriya meditation is one of them. Using the life force energy, the prana, to help purify and burn out the samskara. Because ultimately the goal on the spiritual path is to get rid of karmic structure, what is imprinted in your subtle body, in the physical body. So it takes, there's two ways about it. And then training the mind is a extremely important aspect as well. Most people really struggle with that because they're not mindful. Having some mindful practices is so crucial, because the first thing you realize when you start practicing mindfulness is how unmindful you are. And because you see, your samskara and your vasana become energy habit. Your energy habit really create your life and your destiny. And so if you look at relationship, because I always talk about you are the divine alchemist. You have a magical invisible wand, like the magical wand. When you realize you have that inner power with your thoughts, because thoughts is energy. You see, the Maharishi, thousands and thousands of years ago, they knew that. But today, modern science came to realization after doing so many experiments, especially in quantum physics, that everything is made out of energy, intelligent energy that keeps on expanding. And so the Maharishi were right 10,000 years ago, or maybe even longer, that everything in the universe, it's an intelligent energy. So when you look at the subparticle in quantum physics, electromagnetic energy is thoughts are energy. And so when you think, you're sending vibration into other people, to the environment, or even into the world and into the cosmos. And this is how we co-create this universe with this energy. And so when you really go back and look, how are you using your magical wand of your thoughts? Because that's the most important, because your thoughts in form of energy can be either low frequency or high frequency. So if you become really alert and mindful and have more deep awareness on how you go about on a moment to moment, how you're thinking and what is your thought pattern. Because your thought pattern create energy habit, and your words will also have an effect in the universe, and then in return it will affect your action, and all put this together it affects your energy, and it creates your feelings, and it creates your emotion. And it goes the other way around too. If you have a divine vibrating presence, because you have done a lot of sadhana and you have gone through a lot of purification, and you're vibrating, because that's another aspect I talk a lot about in becoming the Light Mastery program, online program, is that within you have a garden, and you're also the gardener. Because, let me explain. In the yogic tradition, and some of you might know that already, we have 114 chakra in the subtle body, and so you can spin them through sadhana. And when I mean sadhana, spiritual practices and meditation, you learn how to spin them, especially when you go through a lot of purification and get rid of a lot of samskara and vasana. But while you're here and you're getting rid of all that karma, because that's really what frees us, is to get rid of karma. It doesn't matter if it's good or bad. So, but while you're here and you're working on yourself to become a master, to awaken your own inner guru, your own inner divinity within yourself. And guru only means a one for the light, that from darkness to light, that where you have enhanced your perception of seeing with clarity. And so you can, through your energy, as you vibrate a divine presence, to bring about this transformation. Because it's not just about changing your thoughts and training. It is, you have to look at what is your recording. You see, the mind is, the karmic structure is like, there is the hardware, right? This is the hardware of a computer, and then you have the software. The software, it can be changed anytime by your energetic presence. How you vibrate will have a consequence on your whole physical body, your emotional body, your mental body, your etheric body, and it affects your thoughts, your words, your energy, and how, and ultimately your destiny, how you live your life. So how you channel your energy, it's one way. And then, because they feed on each other. So let's give a few examples. First of all, it starts with you, with your own being, your own relationship with yourself. How do you talk to yourself? What you have to become really mindful, and it's a practice for most people to really pay attention. What are you talking about? You self-talk all the time. What is the inner talk within yourself? Are you saying all the time? Because, beloved one, the one who caused the most suffering and pain is only you. Nobody can bring pain and hurt into your life, only if you allowed them. So you really have to pay attention. What you create in your every moment will create your daily habit, and you will vibrate and radiate a certain frequency, either low or high, depending on your emotion and your feelings. So if you keep talking about yourself, because your samskar is you grew up in a dysfunctional family, right? You were mistreated, you were maybe there was some abuse, there was some neglect, and your parents talked to you down all the time, that you were worth nothing. So if you pay attention, that samskar is there because it's recorded. As I said, it's like a computer, it's recorded. So you will always react that way. Always, unconsciously, consciously, you will talk to yourself, oh, I'm no good. I knew this was not going to work. How can that work? You know, it's like, how can people love me? Because, you know, it's like my family rejected me. I mean, you see what I'm saying? That recording the samskar is there, will create that tendency for you. And the more you talk to yourself that way, the more you will attract this kind of experiences in your life and this kind of relationship. So when you practice mindfulness and you do sadhana, you change. Beyond changing is transforming this samskar and going and your samskar, the recording, will start transforming your tendency. Because there is such a thing as going through a major transformation. I have seen it with many in my entourage, including this one, in a phenomenal way. It's not about changing. Changing is not enough. The recording needs to be completely wiped out. And another example, let's look at work, for example. At work, you are in a situation where, let's say you work with someone and who completely, out of no reason, because this person had samskar and vasana of low self-esteem, self-hatred, resentments against the world, they have deeply wounded child, and there is even maybe some narcissistic in them, and they're very insecure, and they really behave towards you very despicable, and they mistreated you, they talk to you disrespectfully in a condescending way, and they call you all kind of names for no reason, because you push their button. What Devi Mayi means by that, you push their button, is that you actually, if you look at them and you know this is some kind of samskar they might have, people will behave and be compulsive based on their samskar. So if their samskar is of lower frequency of self-hatred, not accepting themselves, and to feel like they're very self-destructive, you see that in people who are very dysfunctional. It's inevitable that there will be this kind of interaction that might come up. And so this person call you a fake, that you're a fake, and they send you basically to health, and it's despicable what they did. Well, how would you respond? The question is, you have the choice. See, again, based on your samskar, if you have similar samskar impression and you haven't done work on yourself, and there's still a lot of garbage that you carry in this inner wounded child, or just in terms of karmic garbage, and you don't change, you don't transform the programming, the recording, then the chances, and especially if you're not mindful and not aware, you could react by yelling and throw the same kind of low frequency to this person and start calling them name and just bringing down your level of energy and keep recording the same samskar of low frequency energy of hatred. How dare you talk to me that way? How disrespectful. You go through whatever name that, but you have the choice. The choice is to vibrate at high frequency energy with divine love flowing from your anahata, from your heart. And you just can bow down, and the best is you don't re-interact with them. You couldn't just bow down, say may peace be with you, or depending where, if you are in person or not, depending if it's done over the phone. However, the point is you can say to them, to this person, I understand where you come from. I'm sorry you feel that way. You might be seeing things with the wrong perspective. I know you're angry now, you're reactive, but maybe another time we can talk. That's one approach. Another approach, again, depending if you're over the phone, you can just send them love and light with your thoughts and really mean it from your heart, to understand that this person is reactive, compulsive based on their own samskara, their karmic structure. And so it will help you to really become alert and mindful and gain more awareness about how do you interact with other people, because really that's what it is, a mastery of yourself. First, master your breath. You cannot become a master of anything if you don't master your breath, and there is a whole science behind it. Too long to go into this video. That's why I created Becoming the Light Mastery Program. Master your thoughts, your words, your action will affect your energy, will affect your emotion. The more you will become mindful, the more you will do sadhana, the more you will see transformation. Again, it's not about changing, because change is a temporary thing, but to record and reprogram a new frequency, a new impression that will change the course of your destiny require vigilance, patience, perseverance, and especially alertness from mindful practices. And through that, you gain deep awareness and gain revelation and insight. And then you can see more and more you'll become more of a master of your own energy, which, as I said in the beginning of the video of this satsang, it goes both ways. There's two ways. And when you understand that they feed each other, it's very empowering. So I encourage you to watch this other satsang video on how to bless and love other and yourself, because we'll go a little bit deeper into this. So it requires tremendous training in the beginning. But if you do sadhana combined with that, and you do practice mindfulness with those tools, you will start gaining more and more mastery, because everything, your thoughts, your words, and your action, first of all, it will affect you right away into your mind. your emotional body, your mental body, your prana body, pranic body with energy body. It's not, what's most important to remember fundamentally is it doesn't come from outside. Nothing can affect you from the outside. You have the inner power to completely have mastery over yourself and your life and your destiny. No one has that power. No condition, nothing in the external world, the physical realm, has this effect on you. It is all fabricated within you. That's why I always go back saying, you're the gardener and your garden too. And you're the divine alchemist, so with your invisible magical wand of everything we have discussed, you can really transform yourself and gain a certain level of mastery. So we'll talk more about this because it's really an entire process of vigilant of how you go on a moment and moment, how you talk to yourself, how you talk to anyone. So you could have responded to this person and say, oh, you are such a jerk, I hate you. But instead you say, I love you, I understand where you're coming from. And you see that their vibration, they are wounded, they need healing. And through that you can send divine love from your Anahata, wherever they are, you bring this energy to them, this healing energy. And you cut the energetical bond with them immediately by doing this. So we'll delve deeper into this subject. It's an extremely important, crucial subject right now, more than ever, for everyone.